Musica business would be up.
There's a bad vibe on the streets.
Should get rid of those train cars. Creeping me out.
As long as we set some business.
Also getting attacked in the streets. They lay low.
Wonder if Drahomir will let us set up a second checkpoint. Getting a little worried.
If we were back home, she would never dare speak to me that way.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Bad vibe.
Shares in the bank, business.
Yogs are scared. But tomorrow, we will be so busy you will be complaining about that.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
If you guys want me to work, you need to give me some breathing room. If you guys want me to work, you need to give me some breathing room. I hope you're not Edward Broad, because you don't look at all like the picture.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
Looks like an old toy factory to me. Except something tells me it's not toys you make here.
This is Drahomir's place. The men outside are his men. They use it to, well, to run whatever scam they have going at the time.
And what scam do they have going right now?
Documents. I make forgeries for Drahomir and his men. Fake permits and passports and police credentials. Whatever he wants or whatever he thinks he can push on people. Basically, if Drahomir tells me to make it, I make it.
So it's a forgery ring, and you're pretty much at the heart of it.
Makes me sound like a ringleader. Milena is no ringleader. I'm not very good at saying no to people who point guns at me.
How did you get mixed up with these scam artists?
I started forging documents to help my friends. There were people in my life I didn't want to lose. To watch someone get displaced just because they are augmented.
Displaced to the Utilic complex, Gollum City.
There are people there who do not deserve to be. They are sent to hell simply because their permits aren't up to date enough.
So you work for these guys because you think it's the right thing to do?
I work for them because they scare me. The men outside, their job is to protect me. Either I fulfill the orders Drahomir throws at me, or he does that whole gun-waving thing. I do not like guns.
What else can you tell me about Drahomir?
He runs a fake police checkpoint with some friends of his. The police credentials I made for them, they are some of my best work. Very convincing. Unfortunately.
So the real cops, they think Drahomir is one of them?
Either that, or he pays them off. They say there is a brotherhood among police officers. I guess it extends even to the fake ones.
Where do I find Drahomir?
He controls a fake police checkpoint just down the street. It is where he stops people and extorts them. Preys on their fears, their desperation. If you're lucky, he charges you some ridiculous amount in exchange for one of my fake dogs.
And if you're not lucky?
He will string you along, funnel you into an endless series of promises and payments. For some, it never ends.
And all this happens in broad daylight in the middle of the street?
Amazing what people would tolerate when they are scared. A man with a gun and a fake uniform stops you in the street, tells you you must go somewhere, pay for something. Most people will do whatever he wants. But you are not like most people, are you?
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
All right. I'll go meet Edward and Yurenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
It's brilliant, followers. Fucking New World Order brilliant.
Please. None of us are safe for as long as Drahomir is out there.
What do I need to know to take down Drahomir?
He and his fake police checkpoint are beyond the archway. Just down the street from here.
So I'm supposed to start a fight in the middle of my own neighborhood, with guys who look like cops.
Better if the real police don't see you. Though there may be a safer way. Drahomir said there is this one female cop who suspects him, and who might actually have the courage to do something. Find her. Tell her the truth. And who knows?
How many times did Drahomir charge Edward and Yurenka already?
I don't know the exact numbers. Many times, that is for sure. People like Edward and Yurenka, they are willing to keep paying. And people like Drahomir, they know this.
They're that desperate to stay in Prague.
Desperate to stay out of Golem. Edward, I think he has family here. And Yurenka, she thinks she's someone else. Some kind of robot. Anyway, Drahomir took advantage of this. Kept charging both versions of her until there was nothing left.
I'm gonna do what I can. You just be careful.
Lots of talk about how he's been hitting the bottle hard these last
We were machines, sir. But terror and pain have turned us into souls. There is something struggling within. Moments when something enters into us. Thoughts come upon us which are not of us. We feel what we did not used to feel. We hear voices. Teach us to have children so that we may love them.
Primus, is that you?
Are you Yurenka Bauer?
Who are you? Please, take whatever you want. Just leave us alone.
I didn't come here to take anything.
You haven't? Arenka, she gets very scared. Whatever you've come to tell her, you should first tell me. I am the robot Helena. Arenka is not well. We must shield her.
Yurenka paid someone to make her an AUG permit. To keep her from being taken to Golem City. That someone wants to come through.
Ready? If that's true, we'll be very happy. If we can stay in Prague, maybe they'll even...
There was once a great play that predicted so much. Robots, revolutions, the future of mankind. She memorized all of it. It's her way. It's my way of trying to understand.
I'll take your word for it. Here. This permit is good enough to fool anyone who takes a look at it.
Does this mean I don't have to hide anymore?
It's not that simple. You're still in danger. The permit needs to be activated. Otherwise, a routine scan will mark you for Golem just the same.
Oh, I don't understand.
Sorry. There's no legal way for you to stay here. You should prepare for the worst.
We don't know how to prepare.
I'll take care of the activation. Just keep a low profile until I can get it sorted out.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
The old man was supposed to be alone. Let's go.
Heard you're sitting on some cash, Grandpa. That true?
I will call the police!
Get lost, dog, before we turn our attention to you.
I will call the police!
Police don't get paid to help us. That's what you need to pay us for.
Who sent you here? Thank you. I didn't know what to do. There are not many people a man like me can call on for help.
What did they want?
What everybody wants. Money, to feel strong. At first I thought they were here to take me away. Any moment now, they will take me away.
Maybe it doesn't have to come to that.
Don't get an old man's hopes up. Unless... My daughter? Did she send you? She did, didn't she? Why else would you? Please, tell me. When can I see them?
Why would your daughter send me?
I thought maybe she and the little one finally decided to help Grandpa with his permit situation. But she probably understands that I need to avoid detection. It is better not to make contact.
When was the last time you saw them?
A few years. Since the day of the... you know.
The day of the incident?
The time I ran naked onto a football field as a teenager, that was an incident. This was the work of the devil. He closed our eyes, forced us to see what he sees.
That's a long time not to see someone you care about.
It's not their fault. My son-in-law, he keeps them away from me because... well, because...
Because why?
What am I, on trial? Soon you'll be judging me just like he did. Like they all did.
Judging you for what, Edward?
They say I became a monster. In the park. It was during the incident.
You were with your family when the signal went out. Darrow's broadcast. Caused all those Augs to lose control.
I grabbed the youngest by the wrists. We were spinning. We spun like mad. I don't know where it came from. This exhilaration that wasn't mine. It was reckless, I admit. There were mosquitoes in my brain. There was blood. They say that it couldn't have been me. Someone else must have... a stranger, after I blacked out. Please, tell me you believe me. Tell me it isn't possible that I did that to him.
It's not possible, Edward. You would have remembered. When the signal was broadcast, augmented people were made to lose control. Some of them did unspeakable things, but in your case, I don't think you're one of them.
No, I don't think so either. It's just not something I could ever do. Thank you. One of them is still alive, and whether I ever get to see him or not, I want to remain as close as I can. I want to remain in Prague.
Here, this permit should fool anyone at a glance.
I remember the officer saying I would have to pay again. Is that true?
No, I'm not here to collect. I'm here to help.
I appreciate that. So, what now? Do I have to activate something? I can put on my nice coat if necessary. If I have to wait in line, I'll wait in line. I don't complain.
Your situation's a little less legal than that.
Oh. Do you need me to break in somewhere?
I'll take care of it. Just try to keep a low profile until I figure out how to validate your number.
All right, I can do that. I will wait here.
Milena, I met with both those dogs you made permits for. Now what?
There's a computer at the government kiosk that handles the augment permit registry. You'll have to access it, quote unquote.
You mean break in?
The code to the server room is 6788. Be careful, there may be other forms of security.
All right, I got it.
I'm worried I don't have much time left. My permits have expired. Technically, I'm not allowed to be here anymore.
Why did you get augmented in the first place?
When my children had children, I wanted to keep up with them, mentally and physically. I wanted to take them to the park, push them on the swing. All of this was before the... you know.
Before the incident.
Right. Incident. How ironic, hmm? I get augmented so I can be closer to them, and now it's not permitted.
What happens if they catch you without a valid aug permit?
They'll take me to that complex they built. Golem City.
Are you ready for that if it happens?
Not one bit. I'm an old man. I'd rather die somewhere that's familiar than live somewhere that's not. Golem City. Pfft. It's for criminals and revolutionaries. I am neither.
Where's your family now?
They're here in Prague. There are places I can go sometimes from where I can catch glimpses of them, and at least I know they're all right.
You never speak to them?
Maybe someday. I think I still have a chance with my grandson. Children are better at forgiveness than adults. Is it not true?
They're better at forgetting. I'll take care of it. Just try to keep a low profile until I figure out how to validate your number.
All right, I can do that. I will wait here.
Why are you attacking us? What did Neon ever do to you?
Don't be so surprised. I've seen what your product does to hogs. Neon was bound to draw attention.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is a private lab. You shouldn't even be here. Give me one good reason not to trigger the alarm.